Welcome back to Charleston, South Carolina and the Fox Rock and Roll Skating Championships. James Brown along with Susie Wynn and Christopher Bowman, and it looks like Joseph Sabavchek right here has this rock and roll thing down pat.
He absolutely does. He's clad in leather, and we've had feathers and gold, so why not throw in some leather?
Well, before the men get underway, let's meet the 5 celebrity judges right there. Olympic gold medal winning gymnast and innovator Kurt Thomas. Another gold medal winner from this summer's Atlanta Games, swimmer Amy Van Dyken. And from the world of country music comes Jody Messina, singer of the hit Heads Carolina, Tails California. One of the women for whom the word supermodel was invented, world-class beauty Kim Alexis. And a mainstay of rock and roll judging, Olympic gymnastics coach Bella Caroli. And well, he's just world class. Time now for another flashback. And the men rocked out at the first rock and roll skating championship. Scott Hamilton showed Bella his flip and walked this way and that, winning over the hearts of the crowd. So that left Victor Petrenko with just one option, co-opt the judges, and downtown Julie Brown was more than willing to help out. Victor's skate obviously went over well with the crowd as well, leaving the two men in a tie. So the panel of judges looked to the audience for help in making their ruling, and in the end, Victor bowed to Scott in his first rock and roll skating championship. Now it's time to take a stroll back through the Fox Rock and Roll skating archives to the beginning, year 1. And there were ladies Olympic medalists all over the ice. 2-time winner Katarina Witt, and facing off in their first professional competition since the '94 Olympics, silver medalist Nancy Kerrigan and the reigning Olympic champion Oksana Bayul. And of course, Katarina displayed her considerable charms to a very appreciative audience in Memphis. And Nancy turned up the heat with some new moves of her own. But once again, it was Oksana who topped them both, showing the star quality, grace, and athleticism that made her the best ladies skater in the world and the inaugural Fox Rock and Roll Ladies Skating Champion. Right now, let's go backstage where Kurt is with another Golden Girl. The men's competition was both friendly and fierce. Kurt Browning hoped to make lightning crash down on his friend and defending champ Scott Hamilton, opening with skating's version of a triple-double. Kurt made it look all so easy and blended his great athletic skill with some real heartfelt choreography. Ever the chameleon, Scott sprouted a new look for his final number. Slowly, the costume caught up with Scott's hairline. And by the time he was through gyrating across the ice, his hippie days were over. But not his days as rock and roll skating champ. 2 for 2 for Scott Hamilton. But before she tries to defend her title, let's see how Christy won her first rock and roll skating guitar. Last year in Charleston, it was again a battle of ladies gold medalists, and it was a good evening little schoolgirl to Oksana Bayul. When she was bad, she was very, very good, dancing and skating her way through a number called Nobody's Business. I think a lot of men in attendance wanted very much to make it all their business, though. But creeping up on Oksana was Christy. This little baby doll showed she hadn't left all her skating chops on Olympic ice. And as if that wasn't enough, She was a bad little girl herself, throwing a pretty good tantrum that led the judges to give her last year's guitar and her first rock and roll skating win. So now, back here on the same ice, Christy will try to make up enough ground to get herself another prize guitar.